Hey guys, and welcome back to another one, and today with another Android TV box. Now this is the Sunvell T95V Pro, and spoiler alert, this machine here, for those of you that are looking for something on the low cost range and you still want some good performance, actually it is a good choice, and I would say that better than some of the most expensive machines that we have seen here on the channel. Now, starting with the package contents, guys, it has the usual, including a crappy remote control, so don't forget to check out down below the video about wireless remotes and gamepads that I have. Now, looking at the design, this box reminds me of the Xiaomi Mi Box 3, which is very similar. The exception is that the plastic is worse. It is a really cheap plastic in this particular case, but for the price we can't ask any more than that. It has a power button here on the top and with a few LEDs here that will light up, and we can change the colors of these LEDs right over here. Now, in terms of connectivity, we will have the main connectivity at the back, and then we will also have two ports on the left hand side. And then in terms of benchmarks, guys, the only thing that I would like to mention here is that I'm not impressed with Wi-Fi speeds, and I'm not also impressed with the disk or the storage speed here. Basically, they used a really cheap storage, especially in terms of write. Other than that, everything is in line with the SoC that they use, which is the AM Logic S912. And talking about that, the specifications, as I said, the SoC is the S912, 2 GB of RAM and 16 GB of flash storage with Android 7.1, and that's about it. This is a budget machine. Now, moving along to the real world performance of this box, which is where I do believe that it's most important, and it behaves quite well. In terms of YouTube, the mobile app, we can see that it plays 1080 as a maximum resolution, but very smooth video playback. When we go to the YouTube TV version of the app, it plays up to 1080 smooth video, but it has a flaw right over here. As you guys will have the chance to see on the top bar, it will not hide, so we will always have that top bar. At least I did try to hide it, but with no success. This is not the first box that I see with this problem. This is a firmware situation. Hopefully we can get an update on the firmware so that it fixes that. Next, I did play with Netflix, and as expected, 480 or SD quality, as you want to mention. Moving along to Kodi 17.6, it played everything without any issues. Movies up to 10-bit 4K H.265 and H.264 codec without any issues from my network. So guys, for someone looking for a machine for Kodi and YouTube, mobile app at least, no issues at all. Now, in terms of my IPTV service, I did play fine, and then I moved around to Plex, which also played my 1080 Blu-ray MKV files without any issues. By the way, guys, for those of you that are new here on the channel, I always play everything from my network, especially with the Ethernet connection. Wi-Fi, some of them are not capable for high bitrate files, but my tests are like that. And then finally, I also did test the AirPlay functionality, and it played just fine without any issues at all, streaming live slideshows from my Mac to the box itself. Now, moving along to the games, guys, I'm changing a little bit in terms of the games that I test right over here, because there is a really interesting game. I did start with Respawnables, which is one of my favorites, but then which plays fine. You already saw the images, plays just fine. If we play Asphalt Extreme and Asphalt 8, just fine. But there is a new game on the market, which is PUBG, and it is really heavy for this kind of device. So what I'm doing right now is I will be testing all the machines with that game, and starting with this one right over here. What I can say is that this game really pushes the machine. So the lowest settings in terms of graphics, and the machine still doesn't give us the best performance. As you will have the chance to see, or probably already seen, there is some frame dropping. The experience is not good, and although we can play, it's not that kind of experience that we want to be able to play that game. This is a really interesting game, especially because it's free in terms of the Android mobile platform, but here really sucked in terms of games, and I do expect that it will suck for most of the machines with this socket. So hopefully now manufacturers will have more software, at least to be an excuse to jump up in terms of hardware, because in the last year and a half it has been really boring in terms of the hardware development for this kind of box. But I don't want to waste more of your time. My last test was in terms of game stream, and in here playing Gas Guzzlers. Links down below if you want to check out the games that I use on game stream. And what I can say is that the experience was flawless, 1080 60 frames per second, playing games from my main computer to the box, and it was a great experience. So guys, in terms of conclusion, what I can say is that I was surprised with this box. Usually when we look at boxes of this price, 80% of them or 90% of them are crappy. This one, I have to say that it's a good experience for someone that doesn't want to spend so much in a box but still wants a good performance. The only downside that I see right over here is in terms of storage. We do notice that it's not the fastest, especially when we move from app to app. There will be that delay, especially for those that are used to fast machines like I'm used to it. We will feel that delay, but for under 50 euros it is something that we need to consider depending on what we want and the compromises that we will need to do. And that is it, guys. I'm going to shut up and conclude this video. It is a good option for a budget machine. My name is Roberto Jorge. Hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did so, don't forget that really important thumbs up. And as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.